Hi everyone, I'm Anne. How are you today? I hope that you will have a good day. In every video, I will bring the best things in life for you. When we were children, we wished to grow up quickly to be adult, to do what we want. But when we really grow up, we want to go back to our childhood. Every child has at least once wished to become an adult soon, because in their worldview, being an adult is fun. Being an adult means that they don't have to be controlled by anyone. Adults are satisfied in the big world, pursuing high things. We are free to do whatever we like, freely express ourselves. We have no permission to choose our step without fear of anything. I would like to think I'm mature, but I'm not so sure. To be honest, I don't really know what that word means. Does it make me mature just because, by definition, I'm an adult? However, when we actually grow up, we realize that maturity is not what we think. We realize that when we grow up, we take off our innocent clothes, put on a shirt of our choice, and bring our own identity. The temptations of becoming an adult are also a real headache. I plug into a cruel life like a moth. Then, whether we succeed or fail, we have to shoulder it, stand on our own 2 feet, take responsibility for our own life. Maturity makes us tougher, stronger, but also takes away many things from us. Maturity is when we don't have much time with parents. You have to face the problem of careers. Sometimes your parents miss you so much that they call you to eat dinner, but it's rare to have a weekend off. So you just want to sleep and recover for the new week. You refuse your parents. And then you realize how long it had been since you ate dinner together. You realize that your parents are old, but you always pursue your ambitions and aspirations. You want to go back to your childhood. You yearn for more abstract things, like the feeling of having no responsibilities, no bills to pay, no relationship problems, and getting unconditional love from your parents. Parents are the whole world. We live in that peaceful, happy world. Growing up is real, and at this age, it's never been more real. Thinking about the fact I will never be the person I was yesterday, or a college student, or a teenager, or a kid, again makes my heart hurt in the same way. It does when I think about that I have to leave this happy world forever. The price of growth is loneliness, tears, and silence. You swap the whole youth for being with a person since they have nothing in their hands, grown up together. But when they achieve this or that, you become their obstacles. That's when we learn how to love yourself after years of loving people. Maturity is inevitable. Whether we like it or not, we have to face it. But when we are young, every storm will pass. The enthusiasm of youth will have us get up after the slap of life. Each fall is a time of self-improvement, giving us valuable lessons. After the pains of growing up, we find ourselves. Have you ever asked yourself, when will I grow up? Is growing up like exploring a mysterious cave? At the age of 15 or 18, children often try to prove they are grown up. From the perspective of the children at that age, adults were allowed to come home late, drink alcohol, go wherever they want, do whatever they want. And because they think that the word majority means that way, many young people do a lot of things against their parents and adults, sometimes even lose themselves. Maturity is simply accepting everything that happens around you in a natural way it should be. It also means that you see the beauty of life, even the smallest things that you have previously forgotten. Whenever I had any feelings, stories, I would share it with everyone. The feeling of having thousands of friends and followers online, each status posting and hundreds of interactions, really brought me the excitement and expand to the life around me. Then after a long time, I decided to delete everything, created a new account, locked my statuses, and no longer need to complain on social networks as much as in the past. Then I certainly recognized that being an adult is to withdraw and try to solve the problems that happen every day. When people are happy, they always have friends, but when they are depressed, who can they lean on? The older people get, the more they feel the void inside, the more they crave for a soulmate. Sometimes we just crave for attention, someone thoughtful enough to see that we're not feeling well today, and want a cigarette or a glass of wine to take our mind off the chaos. We are afraid of disturbing others, afraid to cry and not strong enough, afraid that when you speak out, you will become a negative person. So, the older one gets, the more easily to be distracted, hurt, and injured. Until one day you prosper. Every time you use money to invite others to eat, you will certainly realize that the table is full of people who are not very close, and your soulmate doesn't know where they are now. Experiencing tiring working days, going through all night parties, after all, we will realize that we are still a lonely person in this life. The most lonely feeling is when we work alone in the night on an empty street, surrounded by only dim street lights, or when we go through the holidays alone. We don't receive any greeting or a congratulatory message. At the age of 20, when we are lonely, we need a person to whom we share our things. At the age of 30, we choose to deal with it on our own. Maturity is maybe loneliness, but that doesn't mean we will live it forever. I used to feel so lucky to receive thousands of birthday wishes on Facebook, but in recent years, when I have blocked social media, there are still people who remember and call to congratulate me when that special occasion comes, and still have a surprise cake with my friends. Being withdrawn isn't a bad thing. Maybe that's all I need. There are people whose presence in our lives make us feel complete. It's lucky to have someone by your side to share your happiness and sorrows. But if you haven't found it, nothing is not okay. In this life, you will find someone on the same flight to your dreams. In fact, in this world, there are not many people who can sincerely sympathize with you. So if you want to live well, you should learn to treat yourself kindly first. You must definitely learn to appreciate yourself. Don't forget that you're a wonderful person. Additionally, you deserve self-appreciation all the same. If you don't appreciate yourself, you're doing yourself a disservice. Our adult path is very long, include happiness, sadness, the roses, and the sharp thorns. Growing up is not as scary as you think. Only if you grow up, you can discover your essence and your true potential. Because maturity is so lonely, but you will know how to love yourself more. Because maturity has to face lots of obstacles, so you will become more sharp in life. What do you get? The answer is on each other's journey. I hope that whoever you are, be strong enough to work on your own feet, because all of us have to grow up. Thank you so much for listening to me.